ever wanted to go after a goal or pursue a certain lifestyle, but you always have that little voice in your head that tells you that you're not good enough? I've been there too. Today we're going to dive into a topic that I think is absolutely essential if you want to live your best life. Confidence. You can't go to the store and pick it up. You can't buy it. It's something that you have to build from the bottom up. I'm Mimi, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. In this video, I'm gonna break down exactly what confidence is, and most importantly, how you can start building your confidence today, even if it's from scratch. Stick around, I'm gonna share some tips that have worked for me personally. When I tell you I used to suffer bad from lack of self-confidence, you would never be able to tell now, and that's because I've used these tips. So let's get into it. First, you really have to understand confidence. So let's talk about what it really is. It's not about being the loudest person in the room or feeling superior to others. Confidence means feeling sure of yourself and your abilities in a very secure and realistic way. True confidence is simply self-trust. The belief that no matter what happens, you can handle it. And one big myth about confidence is that you either have it or you don't. If you're not born with it, that doesn't mean that you'll never be confident. That's not true at all. Confidence is a skill. And like any skill, it can be developed with practice. And that's the good news. Something to remember is that confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from being okay with imperfection and still showing up anyways. Let's address what's actually causing your self-doubt, because for most people, it boils down to three things. Number one is comparison. And we all know that comparison is the thief of joy. Years ago, I used to be so self-conscious about my body, and it was bad. There was one time that I was at the gym and there was this really pretty girl working out, and she has such an amazing body. And in the middle of the gym, I'm like, my elliptical, whatever, I start crying. Like, how embarrassing looking back at it now. But that goes to show how that lack of confidence will really take you to some really dark places. How toxic of a mentality is that? And now you open up your apps and you're seeing people that are posting their best life, their best moments. So of course you're like, damn, like I want that. Why can't I have that? Or why can't I live that way? Social media has this way of making us feel like we don't have enough, like we're not enough. And it's way too easy to compare ourselves to other people. Number two is the fear of failure. We are so afraid of making mistakes that we don't even try. There's that voice in your head that's so afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone, or maybe you told like your idea to somebody and they said it was the dumbest thing they've ever heard, and then you believe them and you've carried on that thought ever since. That fear of failure is scary. Number three, there's past experiences. Maybe you did try it before and it didn't go as planned, but instead of trying a different approach, you gave up. I recently came across this quote that says, if the plan doesn't work, change the plan but never the goal. I felt that. There have been so many times that I quit things because I didn't see the outcome that I was expecting. That's just an opportunity to try again though. And I get it. You tried it, it didn't work out. So of course you're bummed out. And that's why those past experiences can be so traumatic sometimes, because then you believe that that's it. But in reality, it's not. Now that we've narrowed down the ways that you could be doubting yourself, I'm gonna tell you the truth. The doubts, they're just stories that we've been telling ourselves. The good news, we can rewrite all those stories starting today. We're gonna discuss 5 practical but very powerful ways for you to start building your confidence starting now. Number 1 is to start small and build on your wins. Look, you cannot overwhelm yourself with all of the things that you want to change right away, because you're not going to know where to start. You really can't change everything all at once. Choose something specifically, because confidence is going to start to grow when you show yourself that you can follow through. Start with something small. Maybe you want to work on your appearance, so you can start by trying out new hairstyles and just switching it up. Number 2 is to reframe your self-talk. I told you I used to cry over how bad I thought my body looked, and now I look back at all those pictures and I'm like, I actually looked really, really good. Now I have 2 kids, I'm older, I definitely look way different than I used to. I could easily go back into that same state of depression and start comparing myself. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, my stomach isn't as flat anymore. Oh, how can I look like this? But no, you have to reframe reframe your thoughts. You have to catch those negative feelings and flip them. My body is a blessing. What you have is a blessing. Of course, my stomach isn't flat like it used to be, but it gave me 2 of the most beautiful and healthy babies. That is a major blessing. What you have, appreciate it. And this goes beyond body image. This literally applies to every aspect of your life. You have to reframe your thoughts because confidence starts from within. Number 3 is to use your body language. Your posture. You have to be aware of your posture because this is how people perceive you before they even know you. Like when somebody walks into a room and they got their head up high, their shoulders back straight, they're oozing out confidence and you cannot help but look. That posture impacts how you feel. Stand tall, shoulders back. Make eye contact. These are steps that you can put into effect immediately, like starting right now. Next time you talk to somebody, be aware of your posture and make that eye contact. Number 4, prepare. Never stop learning. You can never know too much. And even when you've gotten really good at something, there's still new techniques or different approaches that you can take. Always be a student to life. Confidence often comes from knowing that you can and that you will do the job. Whether it's a presentation, an interview, or a workout, once you prepare, you're gonna go into it ready to face that challenge. Number 5, look, I know you've heard this before, but do not quit. Don't quit, don't do it. When you quit something that you actually like, maybe because it got a little bit too hard or something, you're just making your future self so disappointed. Look, I used to be a quitter, bad. There were jobs that I genuinely enjoyed that I walked out of because they got too challenging. And I gave up. Instead of pushing myself past my limits, I just gave up. Like, I get it. If you don't enjoy something, by all means, leave it right there, move along, try something else. But if you honestly see yourself doing it, you love it, you have a passion for it, keep trying. When things get hard, keep trying. If you're not seeing the results that you want right away, try a different approach. That is just an opportunity for you to grow, for you to learn. Not getting it right away is not failure. It's just allowing you to develop more skills in your life. Remember that confidence is built step by step. You don't have to get it perfect, you just have to get started. Now that we are building our confidence, how do we keep it going? Let me tell you really quick about 3 maintenance tips. Number 1 is that you have to surround yourself with positive, supportive people. Energy is so contagious, and I tell people this all the time. If you have a negative Nancy in your life, to the curb. Spend time with people that uplift you, not that tear you down. Also, make sure that you watch out for those sneaky friends. You know, the ones that are preying on your downfall? Yeah, you don't need that in your life. Go ahead and remove them so you can make space for the blessings that are gonna come. Number 2 is to practice gratitude. Look, when you fixate on the things that you're lacking, what you don't have, how you don't look, you need to appreciate what you do have. Stop focusing on what's missing. Gratitude is gonna shift your mindset to abundance. Number 3 is to step outside of your comfort zone and try to do it regularly. Confidence is gonna grow when you face challenges. When you do those things that you never thought that you were gonna be capable of, but then you do it and you're so proud of yourself, and then you're like, what else can I do? Small steps outside of your comfort zone are going to amount to big changes over time. It's such a shame how so often we focus on what we don't have. Our thoughts lead us to think that we're lacking so much, that we don't look how we're supposed to look. We don't have what we need. And honestly, all of that is literally like such a lie. It's time to acknowledge the good. Acknowledge how you look, what you have, all of the positive things. You have enough, you are enough. You need to write those things down at the end of the day, what you're grateful for, and I'm telling you, it's such a game changer. At first, of course, you kind of have to force yourself to do it, but over time, it's just gonna come naturally. And that's exactly how you reset your mindset and shift over to a very positive outlook on life. Look, confidence is not about being perfect or being fearless. It's about trusting yourself, learning as you go, and most importantly, taking action. You can watch as many videos as you want. You can write down as many tips, as many things you've learned. If you don't back it up with action, you are not gonna get anywhere. So here's my challenge for you. Pick one of the tips that we talked about today and start trying it out immediately. Whether it's learning something new, reframing your thoughts, or focusing on your posture, take that first step. Let me know in the comments what you're gonna try, and don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so we can continue to grow together, to glow up, to be the best version of ourselves. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.